Good evening. This is the Ocracoke Evening Update brought to you by lead anchor, pop news correspondent, chief meteorologist, current events liaison, and sports co-host, Steve Polychronopoulos. Diving right in, Gary Cohen has resigned as the White House top economic advisor to work somewhere a little less stressful,
Let's just stop it again. We're just going to stop it now and start it over.
Right.
When you stumble on a word like that, go back to the beginning of the sentence.
Okay.
And then what's going to happen is I'll put it back in. Just try to make it when you read it again as normal as you would.
Okay. Good evening. I fucked up. Good evening. This is the Ocracoke Evening Update brought to you by lead anchor, pop news correspondent, chief meteorologist, current events liaison, and sports co-host, Steve Polychronopoulos. Diving right in, Gary Cohen has resigned as the White House top economic advisor to work somewhere a little less stressful, Walmart on Black Friday. In response to his resignation, Dow Jones fell 300 points. Now, 300 points sounds like a lot, but keep in mind, I have no idea what Dow Jones is. Trump's possible trade war with Canada and Europe erupts. His controversial steel and aluminum tariffs has Britain's Prime Minister Theresa May being quite cheeky to the fact, but she was still all smiles in her meeting with President Trump. Upon seeing her smile, Trump proposed a dental plan to offset the country's tariffs. This week it was revealed a secret meeting was held in the Seychelles in the Indian Ocean between a Trump associate, an official of the Arab Emirates, and a Russian banker from the Kremlin. So that sounds innocent. NBC's Megyn Kelly's confrontational interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin has the nation on the edge of their seats. As Putin pompously sits in the Kremlin, Megyn Kelly was very disrespectful towards Moscow, as she insinuated that the 13 Russian nationals affected the presidential elections in the United States, helping Donald Trump win the presidency to enforce Putin's agenda. Vladimir Putin then did President Trump and all Republicans and right-wingers alike a big favor by sending NBC's left-wing correspondent Megyn Kelly to a gas chamber in Syria. In a stunning turn of events, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has agreed to meet with President Donald Trump or whoever might be our president in May. Experts warned that talks between Un and Trump could be risky, but the best case scenario, they'll realize each other are both crazy and become best friends like in that movie Step Brothers. Other updates show that the former President Obama was the first president to use the N-word as a term of endearment. I think it's safe to bet that's not the way George Washington used it. President Trump is not done yet, but let's just say Mike Pence is warming up in the bullpen. The White House is reeling from allegations of obstructing justice. President for now Trump said point blank that he never told the FBI Director James Comey to end the Russian investigation. So this sets up a real dilemma. Who are you going to believe, the head of the FBI or the guy who's definitely lying? The North Korean President Kim Jong-un is undergoing a species change in order to become a human being. If the operation is successful, Un says he will pursue a career on American television. If it is not successful, he will eat American television. The media has their eyes on a Hollywood pet shop tonight after reporting that 15 gerbils have gone missing. Out-of-work actor, now store employee Richard Gere has been took in for questioning. Police think that it's an inside job. Zyban, the prescription medicated designed to help people quit smoking, is being sued in 3 countries by people claiming that their family members that took the drug suddenly died. Spokesperson for the pharmaceutical company said yes, but are they still smoking? A Harvard Medical School study shows that a rectal thermometer is still the best way to take a baby's temperature. Plus, it really shows them who's boss. In order to advance the racial cause in America, the police have to shoot an unarmed white man. Doesn't matter who, just pull up to a Subway or a Starbucks, ask the first guy to prove if he paid for what's in his hand, and when he reaches in his pocket for a receipt, kill him. I mean, it's not like he had a choice. He could have been going for a gun. This week, a 26-year-old med student is auctioning off her virginity online. For the price of $28,000, you can have the worst sex of your life. In current events, a Las Vegas woman was arrested after hiding a stolen Rolex in her vagina. Wow, now this time Bruce Jenner just went too far. In pop news, pop protesters have rallied against the box office classic The Last of the Mohicans, apparently for not using any Mohicans. Racism has affected a Polish man off North Carolina's coast of Ocracoke Island. The distraught man reported he ordered a Polish sausage. The guy asked him if he was Polish. He said, "Why would you assume I'm Polish from ordering a Polish sausage?" The teller replied, "Well, to begin with, you're in a hardware store." In other news, the Ken doll turned 40 this week. He celebrated it quietly in Key West with Stretch Armstrong. Madonna stars in a documentary of Anne Hathaway's life. Producer Steven Spielberg says the portrayal is 98% accurate, except in one scene where she has grew sex with the Baltimore Ravens. Pamela Anderson last week called police after discovering an obsessed male fan had broken into her house. In related stories, I really think we could be friends if you'd just be cool about it. Martha Stewart's latest cookbook is set to be released this week with her signature recipe on how to cook a baby in a microwave oven. Is all the trendy buzz on the internet. I might add that I tried this recipe at home, and well done. Las Vegas is now home to a 550-foot tall Ferris wheel. Also drawing thousands to Las Vegas, whores. Madonna gave birth to a baby boy this week. He weighed 6 pounds 9 ounces. So that's only the second largest thing to pass through a birth canal. In current events, Ocracoke Island's trendy new abortion clinic / bait shop is all the buzz among local fishermen. Upon interviewing, the consensus was nothing like trolling with fresh fetus. Police say your local library is an inappropriate place for masturbation, furthermore speculating that the sexual tension buildup is related to all the recent stabbings. This just in, Native American protesters have rallied at the Atlanta Braves game this weekend to protest against the racist stereotypes. However, it did not help their cause when in the middle of their demonstration, it started to rain. If you spend $180 on Thessel, the new smart cup that tells you what's inside it, then congratulations, you're dumber than a cup. Finally, a solution for all those times when you had no idea what you were drinking. Is it beer? Is it coffee? Let's just ask the cup. Who could possibly need this item other than women dating Bill Cosby? The NYPD needs to stop acting like the only people that run from them are black people, and black people shoot at them. Believe it or not, there are some black New Yorkers who won't run and can't shoot. They're called the Knicks. Well, tennis player, ophthalmologist, transsexual Dr. Renee Richards is writing a book about her life. It is tentatively titled Life Without Balls. I would like to apologize for the absence of our Oriental chief meteorologist, Loud Kawasaki. She was detained by immigration this week for failure to file with the DACA / Dreamers program. Immediate deportation was avoided by agreeing to assist on building the Mexican wall, the wall on the Mexican border.
Redo that.
Immediate deportation was avoided by agreeing to assist on building the wall on the Mexican border. For her efforts, she will get to meet President Donald Trump. President Trump tweeted that while around all these Mexicans, he hopes she isn't raped. Our final story tonight, this tragic item. An overloaded ferry boat capsized last night on its way from Cedar Island to Ocracoke Island. Officials on the scene now estimate that exactly 69 ferries have drowned. That's all for the Ocracoke Evening Update. I'm your host, Steve Polychronopoulos. I hope you all have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow.
Let's see here. You know, it'd be kind of funny for this shit too if we record a whole bunch of this and just keep recording these, okay? And I cut them up all into little segments.
Yeah.
And then just say in the middle of the night, like through the rap or punk mix, just make it, just have them pop up in the middle of fucking like music hours.
I've got the news in segments.
Yeah.
It starts off with the politics.
Yeah.
And then it moves into pop
Yeah.
news, and then current news, and then it goes to sports.
Yeah.
So it's 4 segments.
Okay.
So you could
Yeah.
break it up.
I
that
just
way.
think it'd be kind of funny to have a bunch of these, and in the middle of the summer,